Hi everyone, how are you? Nadine Wilkins here, and I wanted to jump on for a really quick live to share this message with everyone. So I made a commitment to be authentic and to share as much as possible. So today's story that I'm going to share with everyone is a little bit funny, but not really funny, and a little bit embarrassing, all in one. But I think it's important to share those moments with everyone, because if one person watching this video has the opportunity to grow and have a breakthrough or see another possibility for themselves, then laugh, have fun, be embarrassed at my expense. So I wanted to share a message with everyone about stopping. And the reason why that message is so crucial and I really want to get it across to everyone is because I'm going through some pains right now, and the pain is because I stopped in areas of my life. So I'm going to start with this one, okay? The reason why I say stopping is it is so much harder to start again than it is to get to where you want to be, maintain, and excel. Now, I want to give you guys like a real life example of this, right? So when I was in high school, loved dance, jazz, modern, tap, ballet. And some of you may recall over the summer, I talked about, taking another dance class because it was so near and dear to me. So, all the possibilities were created and a door opened up for me to take a dance class. And in the beginning, it was ballet, jazz, modern. And, but it felt so great, right? Also, I started a new workout regimen back in like September-ish, right? Now, all these things may not be connected, but the end result is early in December, my knees started to hurt. So crazy, right? Good thing is I'm getting that taken care of, right? Welcome to the live. I'm getting that taken care of. But the short story is this, right? It is so much harder when you stop to get started again, rather than staying consistent and getting to where you want to be, maintaining, and then elevating, right? So how does that pertain to my story? It's like going to the gym, right? You ever notice how when you go to the gym and you're consistent and you're doing your thing and you're elevating and you're increasing, like you feel great, but as soon as you stop and you try to go back, it is so much harder than if you just remain consistent, right? My example with dance, it would have been so much easier to never stop and to keep going rather than stopping and then starting again later on in life, right? When you stop, it is so much harder to ramp up and build that momentum than it is if you just stay consistent. Now, I know some of you watching this live, you may be thinking, okay, Nadine, I don't like to do the same things. I like to do different things. And, sometimes I stop and I come back and I stop and I come back. And, I've told myself some of those same excuses, right? Like I'm a binge reader. If you literally see right here on my desk, I have a stack of books piled up. And there are times where I'll pick up a book and I'll finish it beginning to end. There are times when I pick it up and I get the information that I feel, it will make a big difference for me. And then I kind of move on to another book, like binge reading, right? I'm reading several books at the same time, right? Sometimes it is so much easier to choose one thing, stick with it, see yourself make momentum there rather than stopping and starting again, or stopping and doing something else, stopping and doing something else, stopping and doing something else. So how does this relate to real life, right? It's kind of like, your work cycle and this may not apply to baby boomers. This is baby boomers and younger, right? You're at a job, you're doing well, you get a promotion, you're excited, you move up, you work some more, you get another promotion, but then the company downsizes, you get laid off, you go somewhere else, and then you realize, that's not a great fit, so then you go somewhere else, and then you get one promotion there, but then you realize, oh my God, this isn't a great fit, so then you go somewhere else, and before you know it, 20 years have gone by, and you look back and you're like, oh my God, like, what do I have to show for the last 20 years, right? Rather than really taking the time to figure out, well, you know what, my gift is here, my skill is here, or I feel my purpose is this, and really dedicating your energy and your time to that one thing and seeing significant progress and impact on that one thing, and then deciding to move on. So how does that translate to business? It's kind of like, let's say you wanted to launch a product, right? And so there's so many different ways that you can go about it. But if you get bogged down on trying to do things a different way, rather than choosing one way, going with it, and if you need to change direction a little bit, you can, but actually building it out until you get to about 1 million in sales, and then deciding, you know what, now it's time for me to add something else. I think a lot of times we get the shiny object syndrome, or the, let's do everything syndrome. And in the end, you really don't end up accomplishing much. Rather than if you really just focus on one thing, had as much momentum as possible on that one thing, seen a lot of success in that one thing. And then when you get to that point there, you're like, you know what? I've done $1 million in sales in this, and now it's time for me to add something else, rather than trying to do 1,000 things at one time and then scaling it back. So I just wanted to share this message of stop stopping, move forward, no matter where you are, no matter how challenging things are, no matter how frustrating things may be, no matter how uncomfortable things may be, whatever path you decide on, go at it. Find success, create your success. And when you get to that point that you're like, you know what, I've gotten to the top of this mountain, or not even, I really don't like that example, but when you've gotten to the point that you've made a lot of success, when you get to that point, then maybe diversifying and adding something else. So I hope this message makes a difference for everyone. The goal is to stop stopping. It is so much harder when you stop to get started again than it is to get to where you want to be and maintain it. I'll give you an example. This is the last example, and then I'm going to jump off the live. It's like if you had a goal to lose 100 pounds, right? Or whatever your goal is weight-wise. And then you lose it, but then I actually don't like the word lose. But so you lose the weight, but then a month later, 2 months later, or a year later, you're right back to where you started, right? It's so much easier to get to where you want to be, maintain and elevate than it is to stop and start again, stop and start again, stop and start again, stop and start again, rather than if you just get to where you want to be and maintain it. So I hope this message makes a difference to anyone who's at that point that you're like, oh my God, it's too hard, I want to stop, or oh my God, I'm so frustrated. Wherever you are, stop stopping. Figure out what it is you need to do to move forward. Take those steps, one foot in front of the other, and move forward. I hope this message makes a difference for everyone. Take care, guys. God bless, and I look forward to connecting with you all soon.